Hello, beautiful people. My hotkeys aren't working. That's a problem. Good evening, chat. Good evening, Good evening, Tammy. I'm a little bit of a tired squirrel tonight. We're just gonna turn that music off. I'm a little bit of a tired squirrel tonight, so I'm just gonna chill out, like more than normal at least. I'm gonna chill out and I'm gonna play some Power Wash Simulator because it's easy. It's easy to play. It's chill. I like it. I enjoy it. I'm just having a good old time. Oh, I hope that people are doing well. Welcome to the long haul. It is a celebration of simulation. It is a show about simulator video games and other such products. And tonight we're going to play some Power Wash Simulator, which isn't necessarily the most accurate type of simulation of all time, but it is very chill and relaxing. And I unfortunately don't have access to a train game right now, um, which is a little sad, but that's okay. I like trains. I ordered some reddish brown yarn online because no store in my area has it. Oh my goodness. Tammy. I keep forgetting that you're even talking about doing that, and I'm like it makes my heart go thump thump. I was gonna say doki doki, but that sounded a little too silly even for me. Oh, it's so flattering whenever you talk about this. I'm so excited to see what you come up with. It's a threat and a promise. It's a threat and a promise, just like Cable 2. Welcome to Cable 2, everyone. Um, I've had a week. I've had an interesting week. It's been a whole lot. But one positive of that is that I'm playing my harmonica more than I used to. Um, those who saw like the new version of my character know that I have a harmonica. So I've been learning a little more how to play it because I used to be okay at it, but I kind of stopped for a long time, so I'm relearning it. So now I can play a couple of like fun folk songs. So I can go like, yeah. I goofed up halfway through. You have a harmonica too, not too good at it, but you like it. I also like it. It's a very fun instrument. It's very easy to play. It's very compact and easy to carry around. It's just nice. It's just a nice thing to have. I should actually start playing the video game now instead of just, you know, talking. Um, there were some donations on our fundraiser last stream, by the way, during Dr. the Scientist's stream this morning, or this afternoon of, you know, you know, the thing, the, the thing. You get an achievement if you roll the soccer ball off the dino slide. I will keep this in mind. Um, Dr. the Scientist had a happy lab accident stream today. That's what I was trying to say. I also just realized that Tubot didn't uh, post that I'm streaming. So I'm going to handle that real quick. Okay. I've got that posted in the Discord now so that people actually know that I'm playing. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start on this job. This is where we left off last time I was playing this game. I'm gonna need to remember the buttons. E to equip, rotate nozzle with R. F is pickups. Okay. Okay. I think I've got everything. Got everything that I need to get. Goodness gracious, this place is very dirty. Like, I know that's the point of the game, but like, who lets a place get this bad? Okay, so E is to do my equipment stuff. I got this 1500 turbo nozzle, which appears to be like a version of the 0 degree nozzle that might just be better. I'm not 100%. Yeah, what did the kids do to this place? Let's start on the bench. Oh yeah, it oscillates. You love to see that. That might be a little loud. I'm going to turn that down just a bit. I should probably use a wider nozzle. Still a tad loud. We'll try this. How's that? Is that still loud? This is good? Okay. Fantastic. I don't know, my levels look still kind of goofy. I'm going a little bit lower on the game, just for my own peace of mind. So, what have you been up to this week, Tammy? And anyone else who happens to be in the chat. I'm not going to call out lurkers like some people like to do. But, you know, if you're in the chat and you want to chat, let's chat. Get on in under here. Whoops. I feel like I want to get a little bit lower, but I can't. You quit your job in a good way or a bad way? Like, I feel like I quit my job could either be an extremely positive or an extremely negative statement. There we go. That's a clean bench. Even the bins are messy. I mean, I guess the bin would probably be one of the first things to become messy. Good way, focusing on school. That's wonderful. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm glad that you can get your priorities in order there and that you have enough wiggle room to be able to not have to work a job while you're doing school. That's really cool. Okay, apparently this edging is all one piece separate from the colored parts. Which means I'm going to try to get the edging first. Because I am meticulous. Well, that is wonderful, Temmie. I hope that you have a good time focusing on your school. In this house we love to clean. Oh, there's another bench behind me. You're entranced? Hello, Sprilly. How are you? This game is kind of entrancing. It's really good to look at. It's so nice to see a thing get cleaned. We're gonna do this bench next. You know, it just occurred to me that I've never said your name out loud, Sprilly. Is that how it's pronounced? Do I have that right? I love to watch things get blasted with hose. That is, honestly, such a mood. Spryly. Okay, okay. Because your name is Riley. I see, I see. I'm picking up what you're putting down. It's Cable too. Hello, QDXE. This is your first long haul? Well, welcome. This is a stream where I sort of just chill out and play simulator games and chat with the chat. How are you doing tonight, Spryly and Cutie? You're often in bed at this time? Well, I'm glad both of you were able to tune in for the first time. I know by Cable 2 standards, this show runs a little bit late because I have a really goofy sleep schedule, so I'm kind of the absolutist night owl. So I'm not even awake in time to watch most of the shows that end up on the channel. I was awake in time to catch a little bit of Happy Lab Accidents today. This is actually a great time for streams because you live in New Zealand at 6 p.m. Well, that's good. I'm happy to help out with that. I've got a boyfriend in Australia who is partially responsible for my sleep schedule becoming the way that it is. I basically sleep and wake on an opposite schedule to the place that I live. If I don't stream late, who will? You're so right. Plus, like, given how late that I stream, I never have to, I never have to worry about bumping into anyone else's stream. So, you know, if I decide I want to stream for 3 hours instead of 2, I could just do it. That's the sound of me eating a little bit of my coffee. I love to eat a coffee. It's good to have a nice little iced coffee at 9 p.m. At 9 p.m., you should have a nice little iced coffee. That's my hot take. A lot of coffee eaters around. It's true, it's true. I do like tea once in a while, but I've always had a preference for coffee personally. You know, I don't know why I'm doing the floor edge first, but I'm already gotten this far, so I might as well finish it. Like, I'm more than halfway done with the floor edge. It's kind of fun to do this from the outside in, I guess. Never really liked coffee or a tea girly through and through. That's so valid. I was much more of a tea girly when I was younger, and now I'm sort of a weird coffee person. Like my thing is I would probably spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on coffee every month if I had an income, which I don't. I do not have a job. I'm disabled, so cable 2 is about the only thing I do that resembles work. Yeah. So if I had a job, I would probably spend so much money on coffee, and I'd probably own my own espresso machine and stuff, which would be really cool. But it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare in this world, and I have no income, so I'm waiting for the US government to hopefully give me disability. That's my very dearest hope, is that the US government will give me disability so I don't have to worry about, where my next meal is coming from. um, though, if Cable 2 suddenly became like a real job and I made money from it, I wouldn't complain about that either. There we go. That's that floor edge done. Isn't that beautiful? We're just gonna cut across the middle here. Take care of the bins and the benches. You have tons of loose leaf teas from Christmas's past. Some ideas bouncing around about a potential Cable 2 show. I would love to hear about it. Like, honestly, like, the basis of my idea was I really like to play simulation games because I am deeply and incredibly autistic, and they make my autism brain happy. Um, so, like, the concept doesn't have to be particularly well developed. It can just be a fun thing. What am I missing on this bin? A little bit of dirt down there. I keep forgetting there's a button that shows you where the dirt is when I play this game. Really like to be on the disability benefit. It would be nice. It would be so, so, so nice. I guess the way that the disability benefits work in America is that it applies from the day you applied, so as long as I can get them to accept that I'm disabled, then all of the time that they spent not paying me, they'll just give me that money, which will end up being like a lot of money. It'll be like $20,000 or something at this point because it's just taken so long to get through the system. So, if I can get them to say yes, if I can get them to see that I am incredibly incapable of doing real work, that would be really cool. I will clean just the red floor, just for you. Just for you, Tammy. Also, that just sounds kind of funny. I played Power Wash Simulator for about an hour and got a headache after the second level. The other thing, scratch your autism brain. That's fair. I've only played this game in a couple of 2-hour chunks so far. I feel like I probably wouldn't be able to keep playing this game for like 8 or 9 hours at a time the way that I could do with like a truck simulator or a train simulator, personally. But it does the job for me for a couple hours at a time. Luckily, you enjoy watching Power Washing Simulator. Well, you're in good company. Yeah. I keep meaning to go back to Truck Simulator because Truck Simulator was like originally the show or the game that I was going to play almost exclusively for this show. But, I just decided that I like more simulators than Truck Simulator, and I haven't really been feeling Truck Simulator lately, so I've just been kind of playing anything else. Did a little Dwarf Fortress last week. I think that Colony Simulation counts as a simulator, so. One thing that I don't know if I can gel with is people seem to think that Teardown is a simulator. I don't know what it's supposed to be a simulator of, but it looks like a heist game. So I don't think that counts. I don't have Teardown anyway, but I'd really like to play it, and it might make a fun stream game, but it just doesn't seem like a simulator to me, despite being classified under simulator. Anyway, I missed some other messages, I think. Oh no, I didn't. What kind of teas are you into, cutie? Cutexy? I don't actually know how to say people's names. I always realize this when they actually come into the chat. Yeah, it's usually how it works here too. I have a benefit, but it comes with the connotation of you have to be seeking work when I cannot really work, and so I have to do this whole little backflip of get my GP forward me public mental health services that I don't need because my life is relatively in order, then get a letter saying that I can't get into work because I say that my physical condition is bad enough that I won't work, they won't believe it. That's kind of relatable. I was on unemployment for quite a while, which kind of works the same way. After I lost my last job because of the pandemic. And then, I tried to work a couple of jobs in between. One I had to quit after a day because my physical disabilities couldn't keep up with it and my mental disabilities couldn't keep up with it. I quit I had another one that I did for about a week, and that was just long enough that that my disability didn't actually really affect the job in any way. I just happened to not have any like big mental breakdowns that week. Otherwise, it would have become a problem very quickly, but it was a temp job, so it only lasted that week. So I definitely get that feeling. I pronounce it cutesy, but I don't think my pronunciation is canon. Today I drank a decaf vanilla Pomeroy and made a cup of blueberry crumb cake. Ooh, that sounds really nice. I usually drink like a prepackaged chai tea or chai tea. I think it's technically pronounced chai. I'm not 100% on that though. I have a roommate who's from Pakistan, and that is how she generally says it. Cutexy. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep going with cutie because I just think it's fun to call someone cutie, if that's okay with you. I just think that's a fun thing to call someone. Love chai tea. Yeah, me too. I really enjoy a chai tea latte. Um, Also, like from like an espresso place. Um, I just think it tastes nice. Chai Ruibos, yeah. That's so real. I should definitely get more into loose leaf tea when I have a little bit of money to spend. I have some friends who like spend hundreds of dollars on like bricks of aged tea and stuff, and it's apparently just incredible. And I'm kind of jealous of how tasty it seems. One of my mute microphone hotkey apparently makes me crouch in this game. I read Be Kind My Neighbor, and now I want to change my name to Weg, but Temmie is still so good. I know one can have many names, but alas, I'm a fool. You can have whatever name that you want. Weg is a pretty good name. I gotta agree with you on that count at the very least. Um, I have 3 different names, all of which I consider my first name. So like my legal first three names is Siobhan Peridot Rose, and admittedly, Rose is one of my headmates. I am plural, for those of you who may or may not know this. But Rose is the name of one of my headmates, but I also answer to it because I used to go by Rose for a while. You have like 5 names you used to use online in IRL. I also, yes. I can relate to that. I just like to have lots of names. It's fun. It's fun to have lots of names. Honestly, when I was doing my legal name change, I deeply considered making my first name, be Siobhan Peridot Rose. Like, not first and two middle names, not two first names and one middle name, just 3 first names. Absolutely none of that goes on the middle name line. But I figured, it's probably not as manageable that way. I forget why I'm doing just the red. Oh, that was because Temmie asked, isn't it? The old double hyphenate first name. Exactly, you get me. Um, yeah, there were apparently some big donations for the fundraiser, the Cable 2 fundraiser in the top right corner of the screen on Dr. the Scientist's stream today. Um, so I'm very, very stoked about that. It's a whole lot of money. We went from, I think, 760 up to, where is it at now? 1035. So we're actually really, really close to our 1222 goal, and that's ridiculously exciting. Well, thanks, Tammy. I think that your name is also a very good name. Yeah, I need to watch back that VOD because, like, wow, those are some big donations that we got during that stream. Dr. the Scientist is popular. Really, really amazing show. Happy Lab Accidents. I don't think I've ever seen a park with big floors like this. Like, all of the parks that I've been to under the playground equipment, they usually have, not sawdust, wood chips. I must also compliment your plush, Sona. Thank you so much. That's really kind of you to say. I, Oh, I'm very excited to get the new one. I've currently, as part of the fundraiser thing, one of the things that I asked for was to actually commission Dana of Happy Lab Accidents fame to take care of helping me make a new one, of one that's, like, mine's good. I like mine, but it's a little bit more slapdash, and I can't actually draw, my Sona correctly, because I'm just not quite good enough of an artist, in my opinion. But here, let me see if I still have this in here. One sec. Yeah, I do have it in here. So this is the new proper version that I got designed, by an artist on Twitter, by the name of Dragoozy. Um, Look them up at your own risk. There's a lot of not safe for work in their material. But yeah, like, this is the version that they put together for me, and it's really amazing. Um, it's so good. It's so cute. And that's the version that the one that Dana is going to be working on when there is time and whatnot for it is going to be using. Um, God, I love it so much. Hello, Rodgaunt. The pink beans. The pink beans. The pink beans. Look at these. Look at these beans. Get a load of the beans. Oh, it's so exciting. It's so exciting. It makes me so happy. Anyway, let me just turn that back off and go back to the game. Oh, I'm so happy. It makes me so happy to look at, and I'm so excited to see how Dana's version then ends up looking as my new little bottom right corner guy. Um, I should say, I put the Alter Humanity tag on this stream. The reason for that is because as a plural system, I don't really think of myself as necessarily, strictly speaking, human. Like, obviously, I'm in a human body, but like the inside of the brain, I'm not really a human. I just kind of look a whole lot like my Sona. Like, that's just what I look like when I'm, talking to my headmates in Headspace. Um, I don't know how familiar any of you all are with like that kind of thing. Alter humanity is a beautiful word, one I resonate with. I'm glad. I really like the word. I learned it somewhat recently, but um, it was kind of, I don't want to call it life changing to learn the word, but it made me happy to know that there was like a word for the weird feelings that I've been experiencing. And like my therapist's hot take on it is basically, if it's not hurting anybody, then who cares? It's totally fine. Do what makes you happy. So yeah, I'm a little plushy in real life. That is just what I look like, and it's incredible. It's wonderful. It's great. I'm just spilling all of my weird baggage right now. No shame. No shame about telling Cable 2 all of my secrets. Come on, slide platform. There you go. Can't do a long haul without baggage. You're so right. I can't believe how right you are. I feel like I should do the outside first and then move on to the inside, because the inside seems really fun. And the outside seems like slightly more of a chore and slightly less fun. So I'm going to actually work on the outside. Also, what was the spelling of the @ for that artist? Here, let me... I'm just typing it in the chat. Okay. That is their Twitter @ It's DraguZ. And it is, again, very not safe for work. I do not recommend looking it up where people might see you. But they just do incredible art. I love their art, and I love the way that they draw plushies, so I had to get a commission from them to help sort of represent what I look like, you know? Anyway, I feel I feel slightly embarrassed to have, talked about a not safe for work artist like that, but they really do deserve the plug. Like, honestly, their art is so good. Anyway, yeah, Ultra Humanity can be such a source of joy, and like so many people will never experience it. I love not being my flesh body. Yeah, like, it's such a wonderful source of joy and like thing and experience for me. It just, it's a source of euphoria unlike any that I know how to otherwise express or describe to someone who doesn't already like understand it. I haven't been watching Cable 2 very long, but y'all cool as fuck. Thank you. I haven't been part of the actual Cable 2 stream team for very long, but I've been watching for a couple of years now. One of the members of the stream team, who sadly doesn't talk too much anymore, is a good old friend of mine. I haven't seen her chat too much in the last while, and I don't think she's run a stream in quite a while either. But yeah, that would be Dalm. Dalm is the name of that person, for those of you who have been around for a longer time. She's a good friend of mine, and she mentioned it on Twitter or something, and I went and saw a nullcasting stream, and I was like, oh, I need to get into this. Like, I need to get in on this, because this is exactly up my alley. I'm more just cat. I hit enter too soon. I'm more of a cat than a person at times. Cable 2 rules. I don't watch streams very often because I just don't often have the brain space for it, but I do love popping in. Cable 2 has been an inspiration for my own stream stuff, and it's very good to see. Down does rule. I agree. Down rules. She and I haven't talked a whole lot in a little while, but, like, she's wonderful. I've known her since I was, like, 12 or something. Like, I was pretty young when I met her, and she's... probably not 12, actually. Probably more like 14. But still, that's over a decade. I'm like 28 now. She's really cool. She's a really amazing person. Anyway. Yeah, well, I'm glad that you, were able to make the brain space to check out this stream, because I like to think of the long haul as being just kind of a chill space to hang out. It's not a big high energy stream. It's just, we play a game, we chat. Did you hear that the mayor's cat Ulysses is missing? The whole town's on the lookout for him in time for the festival. We don't have spring till he's put that hat on. Oh no. I'm so sad for Ulysses. I hope he's okay. To be honest, if I had to wear that hat, I'd go missing. Thanks, Harper. It's weird how this game has lore and, like, a story. I'm not making any promises, but you might want to keep an eye out for Cutie plus Mish stream ideas on Cable 2. I will absolutely look forward to that. And if it never happens, it never happens, no pressure. But I will definitely look forward to that. I love seeing what people come up with, and yeah, I think it's a really cool little collective of artists that we have here. I feel a little weird because I'm not the same kind of artist as a lot of the people in Cable 2. Like, they're all very good with visual design and visual art and drawing and, video editing and stuff like that. And I'm like, I'm a writer. I'm a voice actress sometimes. I did those voiceovers for the Cable 3 transition videos, and people seem to really like those. So, like, I do a little bit of voice acting, I do a lot of writing, and most of that hasn't made it onto Cable 2 as of yet. But at the same time, like, it's kind of cool to be the odd man out, I guess, in an environment like Cable 2 where there are so many visual artists and stuff. I don't know. It has its ups and downs because a lot of the time I feel like I'm not really contributing as much as anything else because my contributions, no matter what I do, will end up being a lot less immediately visible than say like, oh, Nullcasting did cool art, or Arby is doing these wild storytelling streams using the voicemail, and you know, I don't know. I do still think it's all really cool though. Everything that everyone's doing here. Oh, apparently right-clicking just turns it on forever, so you don't have to hold the button down. I didn't know that. I have a sleep routine because of the tism. I usually watch Borderline Forever from Scott the Woz, but when the long haul is on, I watch this instead. Oh, that's so flattering. Scott the Woz is really talented. It's very flattering to have you watch me instead of him. Temmie, you have this way of like making me blush, honestly. I feel like I end up blushing in half of the streams that you show up for because I am probably kind of easily flustered. Did I get all of the red? Are you satisfied with my work on the red floors, Temmie? I'm going to move on to this blue circle now. Immediately literally visible. Yeah, exactly. Like, the voiceover stuff for the Cable 3 transition videos I think were really cool, but like it's not something that people are gonna like think about or look back at very frequently the same way that like the cool art design of like Nullcasting's room and stuff like that end up being. So it has its ups and downs. But I'm so happy to lend my voice to Cable 2. And help out and stuff. The Cable 3 video is how you found Cable 2 in the first place. The Cable 2 is becoming Cable 3. That whole thing. Yeah, that was me. I'm glad that drew some people in. I know it definitely some of my friends in some other chats. I linked that video once it was put together, and they were curious enough to come check it out. Am I forgetting? Are you one of the people from one of those chats? I don't honestly remember if you're one of the people from from one of the chats that I linked it in. I'm very bad with remembering names and where I met people and stuff. I'm gonna blame the ADHD and the tism for it. Saw the Cable 3 announcement video on Tumblr, so you don't think so? Okay. I feel less bad then. I was like, oh god, if you're from like the Ultra Humanity server that I'm on or something that I was linking it to people in, that's gonna be so embarrassing. Mish insists that they told me about Cable 2 long before that, but I don't remember it. I was muted for a bit because I had to lose an MTG game. Oh no. Well, I hope the loss wasn't too devastating. But I met Delm on Eagle Time a long time, and didn't really know her all that well, but then finally like properly became friendly due to Orb Station. That's really cool. I actually met Delm and like started talking to her because of streaming content. The comic that we no longer talk about, Homestuck. I was really like not popular on the forums there, but I was around just about everywhere, and there were some people doing a sort of bad movies show where we would just watch a bad movie. It was originally just to watch Con Air because that was a joke in Homestuck itself, but we would just watch bad movies and riff on them. We'd have some people on voice, and then people would riff on them in the chat, and it was really fun. And that's kind of the group of people that I met down through. And honestly, one of the big people in that group is still one of my best friends to this day, and one of the people that I talk to basically daily at this point. We stopped talking for a little while just because I'm bad at keeping in touch with people, but you know. I hear comic and my ears start ringing like a warning. I gave a squirrel a spear that's which seems relevant. Hell yeah. Are you running a squirrel deck? Are squirrel decks a thing again in Magic? I haven't played Magic in a long time, but if squirrel decks are a thing again, that would be cool. I'm gonna eat some coffee one sec. If I can get my microphone to mute. I got into Eagle Time through the Bay 12 forum, surprisingly completely separate from Muspapha. Yeah, Eagle Time. I guess I don't know if Eagle Time existed before the whole Muspapha dying thing. Um, but like I joined Eagle Time when it started, and then I just sort of never kept up with it, and I kind of still feel bad about that to this day, honestly. Um, I just never kind of got big in their little community and never talked to people really in there, so I kind of stopped going to it. Which is probably part of the reason why Dalma and I don't talk a ton anymore, because I think that was kind of her main haunt for a long time. Oh, real quick, can everyone wish my partner a happy birthday? He's 19 now. I'll screen record and send it to him. Oh my goodness! Happy birthday to Temmie's partner. Wait, let me see if I can. Give me one sec here. Is this for a diatonic? Yeah, it is. Okay. Uh, happy birthday to Temmie's partner. I'm gonna try something. It's probably gonna sound terrible, but I'm gonna try it. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I can't get the last two to work. I feel like I either go too hard or too soft. Let me give that one more try. uh, I'm sorry that was so terrible, but happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I was breathing in, I just wasn't pulling hard enough. Like for the high notes you really have to put a lot of air into it, and I always get a little scared by that. I got to get better with doing the high notes consistently. But yeah, that is a harmonica, cutie. I I love the harmonica. It's a cool instrument. I'm just relearning how to do it. Anyway, I hope that terrible harmonica solo was at least something for a birthday. I used to play trumpet, so I can do the circular breathing on harmonica. That's really cool. The only like real instrument that I ever played was the viola. I played viola for about a year in elementary school, so I still have some of those skills. But like, I played the bass guitar for a little while, I guess too. But yeah, I never got into wind instruments until I got the harmonica, and started to really enjoy it. I had a lot of time, so Eagle Time filled that time for me. It happens, and you can only spare so much as much time and energy as you can. I've jumped from place to place since Eagle Time, and it's been a journey figuring out how much I can be in communities without going too far. But I think it's neat how far back the trails go. I guess lives are very interconnected. They are, and it's cool how I run into the same people in different places a lot of the time. Like, I just I think it's neat how the internet's a massive, huge place, but like you run into the same people. Like it's not as big as it seems. I'm a keyboard and omnichord player, but I think I could still play tenor sax if I was handed one. Cool. Very cool. Oh my god, thank you for the harmonica. You're welcome. I'm sorry it was bad. My partner said thank you. He's playing Phasmophobia right now and the harmonica scared him, but he enjoyed it. I'm glad he liked it. I'm sorry for scaring your partner. The harmonica is pretty spooky. I'm gonna need to learn more songs on harmonica that I can kind of belt out during streams. Just for like when little things like that happen, like if someone needs a happy birthday. Maybe I'll find a song to play if someone subscribes or something. Who knows? The possibilities are endless. I've also been musically speaking. I've been playing around with a sampling app lately. On my phone called Flip. Which is basically like a sampling keyboard / performance thing, and you can make like full-blown songs with it, so I've been experimenting with that. None of my stuff sounds super good, but I'm learning more about how to put things together and change audio to make it sound the way I want it to and stuff, and that's been really cool too. Like, I'm learning more about music. I've always been interested in music and making music, I just never did it, you know? Honestly, I think it'd be really cool to make like hyperpop at some point. I really like hyperpop. It's a very fun genre. So I think it'd be cool to sort of learn the ropes on that and make some of my own. Maybe use that on cable too. Yeah, Flip Sampler is Andrew Huang's app. I think that's how that's pronounced, Huang. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that's his app, and yeah, I picked it up on Android, and you know, I have a big tablet that I was gifted a while back. So I've been using that to play around with it, but I also have it on my phone, so I can take it out into the wild without needing to take a 10-inch tablet with me. So yeah, that's been really exciting. You know, I used to watch Andrew Huang a lot back in the day, and I haven't really kept up with his videos for a long time. I used to like when he did like the very short songs from suggestions. I think he was doing like a song a day thing for a while. There was one where he did a ska song about death metal. And it was just like a 10-second song. He was like, death metal, what do you have, baby, if you don't have death metal? Like, I don't know. He's very fun. He's very fun, even though I don't watch him as much as I probably should. Wish I had to tablet for sure. He hasn't made much recently. Okay, I know he did like a TV show kind of thing, right? Like he did some kind of ARG/show thing about going to space. There's so much to clean at this place. I'm starting to worry that I won't be done with this whole park by the time we hit the time I'm supposed to end the stream. I'm gonna go for the roundabout. The spinny boy. The description thing on the screen calls it a roundabout. A roundabout is not the word I would have used, but I can't remember the name I would have. I should play around with the aiming mode more. It's kind of cool that you can move the thing independently of your camera. This took a couple hours. Don't worry if you don't finish. Okay. I'm glad to hear that I'm not the only one who struggled with this one. Posted squirrel card in stream discussion. Yeah, let me take a look at that real quick. It turns acorns into squirrels and vice versa. Okay, the card is called Chitter Spitter. Let me see if I can get this on the screen real quick, just so y'all can actually see what I'm looking at. Chitter Spitter. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may sacrifice a token. If you do, put an acorn counter on Chitter Spitter. Squirrels you control get +1/+1 for each acorn counter on Chitter Spitter. For 1 green and tap, you can create a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. That is a really fun artifact. I love that. I love that a lot, and I really love that it's a red squirrel like me. I'm a red squirrel. I've got big tufted ears like that. Isn't that wonderful? This card art is amazing. That's so good. Okay. Let me go back to the game now. Yeah, gosh, I haven't played Magic in such a long time, really. Like, my problem is that it costs too much money for me. You know, it's hard to have fun with consistently playing with people other than like your very good friends, because people will just own you with decks that cost more money than I make in a year. That's why I stopped going to Friday Night Magic when I was in high school. Like, I just would repeatedly get stomped by people playing meta decks that weren't very fun to me. Like, I don't know. I was at the time. It was like what set was that? It was Zendikar, I think, was one of the sets that I was playing then, and there were like a lot of cool vampires. So I was like, yeah, I'll play a vampires deck. I'll focus on vampires and do some cool stuff with that. And you know, I could win a game or two at a Friday Night Magic, but as soon as I got put up against someone who like knew the game inside and out and spent thousands of dollars on decks, like I just couldn't keep up, and it wasn't fun, so I stopped playing. It's so goofy. You make squirrel, you turn squirrel into acorn, your squirrels go stronger, more squirrels. That's how squirrels should be, I think. Squirrels should turn into acorns and then make the other squirrels stronger if they need to. It's just good etiquette, in my opinion. Zendikar has some fucked up shit in it. Yeah, I remember it having some really messed up stuff, but I don't remember what exactly they were. Was Zendikar the set that had captivating vampires? I really liked captivating vampires because it was a lot of fun to play around with a vampire deck. I think it cost like 3 mana for like a 2/2 or something, and you could then tap 5 vampires in order to take control of a creature that your enemy controlled and make it into a make that creature into a vampire. It was very fun to play around with. It was very, very stompy if you could get into the late game with it. Oh, thank you for following, Sienna. Don't tap you? I won't tap you. Don't worry, I'm not gonna tap you. I'm gonna clean up the underside of this seat. There we go. I think that's that whole thing, that whole merry-go-round. Let's get this yellow circle. I realize that I don't have to do this one object at a time, but I'm kind of having fun doing it one object at a time. Tap the interact button. It's not doing anything. I'm pretty sure my interact button is F, right? You just meant in general? Oh, I get it. I get it. I'm silly. I'm too silly to understand jokes. I am what some may describe as a bit of a goober. In the past, I have been described by some, including Cora, as a goober. I think you did call me a goober just yesterday. I am kind of a goober is the thing. I really want to grab my harmonica again and try to play Happy Birthday again, but to redeem myself, but like for some reason I'm just too scared to get the correct amount of airflow for the 9 and 10 blow and suck. Like, I don't know why, I'm just scared to output the amount of air that is required to make those notes happen. When people get near me, a prompt shows up to press the interact button, and then I tell them the local gossip. Well, that's very kind of you. When people do that to me, I just sort of stare at them silently until they go away. I'm like one of those glitch NPCs that, like, isn't supposed to be there and doesn't have any lines, so it just pulls up the dialogue box, but it's completely empty, and I just stare. If you blow too hard, you run out of air and explode. That's true. That's so true. I played the harmonica twice on this stream, and I goofed it up pretty bad both times. And I just think that's awful, and, like, I need to redeem myself. If you're looking to sell goods, try visiting the pawn shop. It was great, IDK, what you're talking about. Well, thank you, Spryly. Wait, I need to like put on my NPC voice 1 second. Okay. If you're looking to sell goods, try visiting the pawn shop. And then they press the interact key again, and I go, need a pizza? Try Riverside Pizza. They're down by the river. And then I just repeat those 2 voice lines into infinity every time that they press the interact button on me. Am I doing the overacted Elder Scrolls Oblivion voice good? That's kind of what I was going for, was what NPCs sound like when you talk to them in Oblivion. Oh, this is not the way a rope should look. It is a strange looking rope. Alas, I'm chained to text. I'm sorry. I had a friend play Automaton once on a stream, which was with me, which was through their mic and my Discord. That that genuinely sounds like an experience. A good one? A bad one? I don't know. Definitely an experience, though. Like, it is one of the things that can happen to you. Of all time. If I asked you, could you make change for a 20? Welcome to our town, stranger. I've lived here. I've lived here for 3 years. I've I'm not a stranger. I live next door to you. Uh, that actually kind of reminds me of a book that I used to like that was sadly written by kind of a person who I think is kind of a bad person. That would be Ben Yahtzee Croshaw. My understanding is that he's not a very good person, and I haven't watched his stuff in a long time, but he wrote a book called, I think, Mogworld, where the central concept was this game had, like, it was the world was a video game world, and it was an extremely it was generated using an extremely powerful AI generation tool. So this guy, like, he's just living his life in this fantasy world. Um, and then one day he dies in, like, an attack. And then he gets resurrected, like, hundreds of years later. Um, but at that point, the AI generation stuff has all been turned off. And he can't... and he's basically the only fully sentient being in his world. Because he was technically created, his intelligence was created before the generation of NPCs that were meant for the actual launch of the video game. Yeah, kind of a horrifying existential concept, honestly. But it. I remember it being a very fun book, and I remember liking it a whole lot. Like, just this zombie guy kind of walking around the world and trying to figure out why everyone doesn't act like people anymore, and then eventually, like, learning that it's a video game and, like, meeting the creators of the game through a terminal or something. I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. Mogworld, World of Moogles, the Twelves would? No, not quite. So that movie with Ryan Reynolds, but less stupid? Honestly, it was probably equally stupid to that movie with Ryan Reynolds. um, to be completely upfront with you, it was probably equally stupid because I read this when I was like 15 or something. Like, this is a book that came out a long time ago. I think my copy of it's on my shelf right here. Let me just, like, see if I can look. Oh, never mind. Maybe it's not on the shelf right here. Oh well. Sounds like something I would have enjoyed back in school. Yeah, it was definitely something I enjoyed while I was in high school and will probably never touch again. Not the least of which because I'm pretty sure that Yahtzee, the guy who wrote it, is kind of a bad dude, but, like, also I just probably wouldn't enjoy it that much as an adult, frankly. As for controversial authors, I've been reading a lot of Brandon Sanderson lately, and he's apparently controversial right now on account of he's a member of the Mormon Church. Which, you know, I'm not going to be down on anyone for their religious stuff, but the Mormon Church has done some pretty bad stuff. So I can't really get upset that anyone's mad about Brandon Sanderson being a member of the Mormon Church. I probably shouldn't talk about the Brandon Sanderson discourse, sorry. I don't know why I started bringing that up. It's a very complicated and nuanced piece of discourse, and it's one of those things that tends to, you know, make people really mad being on one side or the other of it. Cancels me? Don't cancel me! No! No, don't cancel me! Ah! And thus the long haul ended forevermore. Okay, I'm back. Only know a handful of authors nowadays. You died. Game oval. I have to make an apology video now. Can it be a can it be a YouTuber apology, like where I don't actually apologize for anything? I just wanted to say to everyone who was offended by what I said that I'm sorry that I offended you. I am sorry that you were offended by the things I said. Howdy, Dirt Finder. Put everything on hold. My golf buggy's soiled like you wouldn't believe. Doc, give your details to a colleague who needs a hand with her place in the suburbs. It's the old Death place. Okay. Why does this game have lore? I didn't know this game had lore going into it. It's Mayor Jeff Jefferson. I can't believe that Mayor Jeff Jefferson wants my help with his golf cart. You know, before I forget, I'm gonna try and do the thing that Temmie said. Let me just... How do I, like, quick switch again? Oh, there we go. I hope there's political intrigue and scandals later in this game. Me too. I'm gonna see if I can get this, sick Chivo real quick. Oh, which slide is it, though? Is it the dinosaur slide? It's probably the dinosaur slide. I'm gonna guess it's the dinosaur slide and not the playground slide. If I told you what actually happens in the game, you'd think I was joking. Oh, God. That's, exciting. Dang it. I can't get it up on the ledge. I can't kick it either, apparently. There's a political scandal in Teardown. That doesn't surprise me. That makes sense for Teardown. There we go. It's on the ledge now. Now I just need to very carefully steer it to the slide and push it up the slide. No problem. Easy breezy. Maybe I should use a weaker nozzle, but I'm getting it there. No! Why is this so hard? I didn't expect the ball to have, like, ice physics. Come on. Come on. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It came off the ledge. Get back up there. Why is this so difficult? I'm also on the edge of my seat trying to do this. Darn it. It's so hard to keep ahead of it. Ugh, fine. I'll push it up from over here again. That seems to be the easiest place to get it up. What do I do? Come on. It seems to need a little bit of space to build momentum to get up ledges. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Me and the boys watch Power Wash Simulator Ball on the weekends. And go. Oh, it tried. It tried so hard. Temmie shouldn't have told me about this achievement. I'm gonna get obsessive. No! I'm going back to the 0-degree nozzle. I am imagining you and the boys cheering at the TV so much right now, and it is truly helping me. Darn it. Do you think it's easier like when it's clean? Like, does dirt reduce traction? We can experiment with that. I kind of doubt that they added physics that advanced for a little joke item like this, but let's just quickly spray off the front of the slide here and see if we can get it up there that way. I also like how this item is explicitly titled Stego Slide. That's just a good name, I think. Okay, so we go back to 0-degree nozzle. See, this one seems easier, because it's a lot lower on that side. So maybe that's the move, but then how do I get it up the stairs? Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Can I spray it from below to get it go up? Come on, buddy. Yeah, I don't think there's any way I'm getting enough speed to make that happen. I'm way too invested in this now. Oh, it almost got there. Did you see it bounce? Dang it. You know, for some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason, this whole thing has given me just the worst idea that I've ever come up with, which is a gritty reboot of Ernest. Y'all remember Ernest? Welcome back, Temmie. How the hell do I do this? Go! Darn it. It went off center. We're popping the biggest bottles when the ball gets up the slide. This is now a 3-hour get the ball up the slide stream. We're not playing Power Wash Simulator anymore. We're just trying to get this ball up the slide. I'm so sorry I told you about this achievement. It's okay. It's okay. Changes Twitch category to special events. This isn't a game, this is real. If I was given a power hose in this environment, this is what I would do. Same, honestly. I think it would be easier in real life, though, because the physics would, you know, make sense in real life. Come on. You were so close. Okay. Okay, no, it moved. I was trying to stop it, not spin it. Oh, so close, so close, so close, so close. No. Hello, Jack and the Bee. You're getting dizzy? Yes, 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 yes. Go, 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 go. Get up there. Yes. Ooh. I did it. The achievement, by the way, is called Stegoscore. Worth it. I'm so sorry, Jack and the Bee, for making you dizzy. It was so worth it, though. It was so worth it, though. Alright, I'm gonna try the harmonica again. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Your avatar doing the talking animation along to the music is so funny. It's like Animal Crossing. I'm so glad. So how did I do it? How did I get the ball up the ramp? It needs to have a little bit of a lead. Like you need to give it a little bit of lead space to get it up. And then you just need to like get lucky, I guess. You need to give it enough speed that it hits the ramp and bounces up, and then force it up the rest of the way. You know, I wish I talked in music noises like an Animal Crossing character sometimes. Wouldn't that be fun? Or in like a Banjo Kazooie gibberish. I think that would be fun and cool. A running start. Yeah. You got to give it a running start. It needs a little bit of speed to actually bounce. Isn't it called Animalese? I don't know, is it? That wouldn't surprise me if it was called that. I've never heard anyone call it that. I guess the game that does straight up music vocals is actually Don't Starve. Huh. I have not actually played very much Don't Starve. I think I got it like when it initially came out, and I also have Don't Starve Together. But I just kind of never played much of either. I think at some point I decided that survival games are just not really my thing. Like, basically the second they added a hunger meter to Minecraft, I stopped playing. Like, it just stopped interesting me. You want to sound like Weber? I sound different depending on what sound card you have installed. Install a Sound Blaster to experience stereo. Hell yeah. Oh, I wanna install Sound Blaster. I used to have my Windows 95 computer that I used to play Duke Nukem on had a Sound Blaster sound card. So that name of that company name is like forever ingrained in my brain. Even though I don't think I've actually seen a Sound Blaster sound card. I think they're still around. I just haven't seen one in like years, decades maybe. There we go. Remember the dark age of you need to dedicate 6 inventory slots to food because it doesn't stack, and if you fall in a little hole, you lose half your HP. Uh, you have to eat all the food. Yeah. That's a fair point. The hunger in Minecraft is probably less bad now. It just, like, when it first started, it was, like, one of the things that stopped me from wanting to play the game anymore. I've tried multiple times to try to pinpoint exactly when I started playing Minecraft, and I can never quite get it. Honestly, I started playing Minecraft in, like, I think it was the pre-alpha, like, before it was even really a functional game. It was just a thing that you could lay blocks down in that was played, I think, inside of a browser. But the only reason that I played it that early was because I had a friend who convinced me and my friends to all try it. So, you know, I spent the $35 or whatever to play that with the promise of future content, and then I got really into it during the alpha and beta, and then 1.0 came out, and I just never really played it much after 1.0. Like, once it stopped being an alpha slash beta, I just kind of stopped playing it. Oh, wait, yeah, the original version was free. I paid $35 to play the alpha. That's what it was. Or $25. I think it was cheaper at the time. I don't remember. It's been a long time. The classic and survival test modes were free. Right, right. I don't know how you remember... I don't know how you remember this information, Cora. Like, how do you just have these numbers in your head? Now, see, what I'm doing right now, this is not OSHA approved. I don't think that OSHA would like it very much if they knew that I was walking on a slide that's super, super wet after power washing it. Because it would be really slippery and I might fall and hurt myself. I think OSHA would be very upset to hear that. This stream is officially not safe for work. It's probably because getting the $20 to afford a Minecraft account was a very big deal to me, and when I was very then I was very happy when my friend bought it for me as a gift instead. I see. That makes a lot of sense. It also doesn't help that I don't have a lot of those memories really in my head anymore because they're all in my head Mate Clarity's head. Who some of the people in the Cable 2 Discord might know Clarity. She likes to make jokes. She doesn't really talk there much, but she likes to pop out to make jokes once in a while. She's got most of the memories from like pre-2012-ish. I was just kind of around and learning to exist around that time. Someone on the Minecraft forum told me that the game cost like 2 pints or something, which I thought was very funny as a child. This is in 2008 or whatever when I was 12, and I didn't know how to thank people for being kind to me, so I made him a really shitty meme to say thank you. I think that making someone a really shitty meme to say thank you is really good. Do you want to send me the meme? I would love to see it. Motivational meme format? Holy shit. Oh, I want to see this so bad. Can you send it to me and I'll show it on stream? Or would that be too much? Demotivationals. Yeah, that's what people call them. It's too personal. Okay, that's totally fine. That is totally okay. It's not like a joke meme. I literally did not understand what memes were supposed to be because I was 12. So I just it's just a screenshot of him in Minecraft standing still. Huh. Captioned with his username and something like he's flipping epic under it. That's very funny though. That's honestly, that's a very like young people sending each other good-natured memes kind of meme. I love that. Most of the memes that I have from back then are either or that I had. I don't really keep all of this stuff on my computer anymore the way I did when I was young. Most of the stuff I have from like that kind of era was when Robot Unicorn Attack came out and people on 4chan made a bunch of memes about how they were like evil and fucked up people, and then they played the funny horse game with the power ballad song and that made them shoot rainbows out of their eyes or whatever. I don't know if anyone remembers this but me. Like this is such an incredibly niche thing to have saved memes from. Always I want to be with you and make believe with you and live in harmony, harmony, oh love. I was thinking about that song just this morning for some reason. It's a good song. It's like genuinely a pretty good song. Like I know it's kind of a meme song just on account of it was included in Robot Unicorn Attack of all things, but like it was genuinely a good song. Also, like when I mentioned 4chan, I wasn't like going on 4chan a whole lot at that time in my life. I unfortunately went there at all at that time in my life because I was a really dumb teenager, but I wasn't really going on there like frequently or like part of their messed up little communities or anything. I just want to be clear about that. I was just a bystander for a lot of this stuff. I just feel like I have to give that disclaimer whenever I mention that I used to go on 4chan in the past. Might as well be 10,000 years ago at this point, as far as I'm concerned, because, again, I don't have most of those memories anymore. I can barely remember that. The Stegoslide is clean. We've cleaned the funny boy. I feel like most people who went on 4chan and don't consider it a teen mistake are pretty apparent. That's fair. That is totally fair. I just, like... I always feel the need to try to clarify that I'm not, like, a weird chud or anything. I guess, like... Okay, I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, I'm trans and non-binary and I'm alter human and I'm plural and like all of this stuff, and it's like incredibly obvious from all of that I'm probably not fucked up. Like I'm probably not a weird bad 4chan kind of person, because I think those people would roast me alive. I think they would literally murder me. So it's probably pretty obvious that I'm not, but like for some reason I just feel the need to say it, you know? When it comes up. You're a talking plushie, I bet you do great on 4chan. That's the meanest thing anyone's ever said to me. They'd kick the stuffing out of me. Exactly. I'd have to get mended and like get new stuffing and stuff, and like that's not fun. That's rough. The shadows on the slide makes it look like it's still kind of dirty even though it's clean. I ate squirrel once. It doesn't mad. It wasn't bad. Don't think a plush would be too yummy. However, that's true. I ate plush once. It wasn't bad. I don't think a squirrel would be too yummy, however. uh, I have a cookbook that has a recipe for squirrel in it in my house. because my fiance, the partner that I live with, is from Louisiana, from the New Orleans area, and there's this very locally famous, but not like internationally famous or anything, chef from there. Um, Named Justin Wilson. He's like a Cajun cooking guy. I think Cajun. It might be Creole cooking. I'm not sure. I would have to look, but there is in one of his cookbooks there is a recipe for squirrel, and when I saw that in my cookbook, I looked at my partner and I was like, "Excuse me, you have a cookbook for that has a recipe for squirrel in it?" Anyway, I don't trust Justin Wilson, that cook. Not because of the squirrel thing, but because I made cornbread out of his cookbook once and it ruined my cast iron pan and I had to resurface it and reseason it. My problem with Justin Wilson is actually not the squirrel thing. It's just that his cornbread recipe ruined my pan. Thankfully, it didn't actually ruin it. Cast iron is basically indestructible, but I did have to completely resurface the pan from scratch and season it all over again because it just completely stuck to the inside of my pan to the point that regular scrubbing would not do the job. I have a new cast iron pan now. Like, I got for the holidays, one of my housemates got me a new cast iron pan. It is a 15-inch skillet. It's massive. It's so amazing. It's so good to cook in a skillet that big, especially because most of the time, or half the time I'm cooking for everyone in my house. I'm cooking for everyone in my house, and that's 6 people. So a 15-inch skillet is big enough to cook for everyone in it without overcrowding the pan, and it's amazing. Okay. Sorry, I thought I got an important message. I did not. I know how to cook 4 things, and that's basically enough. What 4 things do you know how to cook, cutie? Tell me all about your recipes that you know. You're going to be falling asleep pretty soon? Well, I hope you have a wonderful night, Temmie. Stream's going to probably wrap up pretty soon here, too. I kind of want to finish this whole thing in one go, but it's big, and we're already like 10 minutes from my end time. So I don't think that's going to happen unless I run like an extra hour over. Because I'm only halfway done with this whole playground. I think maybe next week we'll just do this game again and we'll finish this this one environment. I can do scrambled egg, loaded double baked potato, pancakes, and one pan hash. That's a good variety of stuff to have. Mostly breakfast food, but nothing wrong with breakfast food. I mean, a hash doesn't necessarily have to be breakfast food, it just usually is, at least where I'm from. Went to get food. Did I miss anything? Nothing big. Just some chatter. The huge, you know. I'm so glad that the pressure washer in this game isn't at all realistic. Like, you don't have to wait for it to build up pressure or anything. It's just ready to go at all times and can spray infinitely. It's not attached to a water or a compressor or anything like that, or a water line. It's just a magic pressure washer that goes forever. And honestly, I wouldn't have it any other way with a game like this, because a fully realistic pressure washing simulator sounds a little bit miserable because of just how much management of the actual device there is to do. It would take away from the relaxing factor of this one, I guess is what I mean. Oh, I just remember my actual fourth recipe. It's cauliflower stuffed peppers. I love stuffed peppers. That sounds amazing. It magically destroys the grime instead of pushing it around, so it makes a bigger mess sometimes if you do it wrong. Yeah, exactly. Like, I like that this game isn't very realistic to its subject matter, I guess, despite the fact that it is supposed to be a simulator and therefore should be realistic. I don't know. I don't I don't know that I necessarily think of this game as a real simulator, even though I play it for this stream. It's sort of a it's the fun video gamified version of a simulator rather than an actual sim, you know? I guess that's what I'm getting at. There's a very high window on our house that still has dead leaves stuck to it from when my parents tried to pressure wash that side of the house 2 years ago. Yeah, pressure washing stuff yourself probably isn't the move. You should probably get someone who knows what they're doing. Like, we had our house pressure washed because the owners wanted to get it painted. And those people did an amazing job. Is this the extraordinary Dr. Power Wash? We've got details from Cal. We got a dirty old house and needed some TLC. Wow. Thanks, Aura Smith and Jenny Pebbles. I'll get to it eventually. I'm still shocked why they use this fancy pants shock-absorbing rubber compound for the playground flooring and not good old-fashioned creosote. Is creosote wood chips? I don't even know how to pronounce that word. I'm going to Google it. Oh, no, that's that gross black stuff. That's what creosote is. Ah, okay, the joke is that that material is a carcinogen. That's the joke that they're making. They just used to put any old material in any old thing, I feel like. Like, sure, this stuff deadens impact. Let's put it on playgrounds where children hang out. Thank you for interpreting the joke. You're very welcome. I have never heard of this material before, or I didn't know that it had a name, I guess, is the more accurate way to say that. I'm going to have to go over this roof with more of a fine-toothed comb probably because the brown parts of the mud are sticking pretty good. So I'll probably have to go over a lot of it with the 0 degree to hit those properly. Tails gets trolled.jpg. I only know creosote oil by way of Minecraft mods. Good lord. Yeah, that's gonna give people cancer. You should probably package some of that up. I once played a Minecraft mod with an honest-to-God mesothelioma mechanic. That's insane. Like, who does that? Like, what happened? How do you get mesothelioma in Minecraft? I found out about it when I was strip mining near Bedrock and I started hearing extremely realistic coughing noises. It was 4 a.m. I thought someone was in my house. Holy shit. What the fuck? That is absolutely wild. If you died and came and respawned, would it go away? That is such a deranged thing to put in your Minecraft mod. And I mean that in as positive a way as possible. That is absolutely deranged parentheses compliment. The mod pack author really put in some work to disable that mechanic. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, there's lots of mud left behind up there. I can barely see it though. I don't know if I like the oscillation. It makes it harder to just like hit a straight line. I also forgot that I have like a barrel extension that probably would have made that roof clean up better. Let me just get the floor here and then I'll take another look at the roof. Yeah, that's incredible. though. Like a Minecraft mod like that sounds amazing in the worst possible way. Okay. So much dirt. I know I don't have to do perfect because it'll perfectly clean it once I get like 98% or whatever, or 95. But I want to perfectly clean it all. There we go. I was talking just the other day about this custom mod pack a friend of mine used to do for me and a few other players that was based on a custom adventure map he created, and how the last version had this very weird bug where equipping a particular piece of armor and taking damage caused you to enter this weird zombie state. Huh. Do tell. Where your character was doing the death animation repeatedly and couldn't do anything besides walk around, and your screen went red like it was the game over screen, but you never got the respawn button. Huh. I've got to be honest. This sounds like a Minecraft creepypasta. I think you experienced a Minecraft creepypasta in real life, Cora. He never figured out what caused it, so he just had to disable all the armor that caused it. Fair enough. It was mostly funny. It looked very silly. That's fair. See, there's a word for a funny pasta. They just called it a copy pasta. Like, it's funny that creepypasta is like a term that a lot of people know now, but they don't know copy pasta. Like the term that creepypasta is a play on. Not saying that you don't know the term copy pasta, just like in general. It's like sort of like creepypasta is a thing that like younger people know about, and copy pasta isn't. One is an old meme and the other survived somehow. More fun to call it funny pasta. You are right. Campaign to remove the word jokes from the dictionary and replace it with funny pasta. How many of you are signing the petition to remove the word jokes from the dictionary and replace it with funny pasta? I gotta get like a hand tally so I can decide whether I should make this petition real on change.org. Because these are the kinds of important issues we should be talking about on websites like change.org. The two things that change.org are for is petitions about feminism needing to be removed from colleges that get 100 signatures and never go anywhere, and petitions about removing words from the dictionary and replacing them with funnier words. I consider all language matters through the lens of which way is more fun, which is to say I'm signing. Excellent. Don't forget to sign my extremely real change.org petition. I'm not actually going to make a change.org petition, if that wasn't already clear. Though the thing I said about the only people who make change.org petitions being anti-feminist weirdos is, I wouldn't say it's untrue. I have seen not gross weirdos make change.org petitions, but like, I don't know, they never seem to go anywhere. I've never seen a change.org petition actually go anywhere. I intend to enact change.org somehow. All right. The homework, the long haul homework for the day is that I would like to see a picture of me eating spaghetti that says funny pasta under it. That's what I'd really like to see. This isn't homework that you have to do, but it will be extra credit, and by extra credit I mean I will laugh and I will show it on stream. Maybe that should be a thing I start doing, a long haul extra credit assignment every week. I think I'm running over on my allotted stream time, but I'm really relaxed. I'm having a nice time. Is anyone going to be mad at me if I just keep going for a little while longer? Another, like, 20 minutes or something? I just like to have a nice time. You're vibing? I'm so glad you're vibing, cutie. Oh, Spriley will be glad. Well, I've got to continue then if Spriley's going to be glad. Oh! Ah! Awoo! Awoo! I think that's the first time anyone's ever actually played a sound effect on the long haul. I didn't know what was happening for a second there, and then I realized that the sound effects are turned on. That was so many awoos. It was. Isn't it wonderful? Awoo!
Ancient free orange.
Ancient free orange. Thank you so much for the ancient free orange. Oh, don't worry, you didn't jump scare me. I was just very confused. I was like, people don't go awoo in Power Wash Simulator. Where's that coming from? One thing I've been doing a lot is agonizing over what games I actually in my head count as a simulator versus like just a video game. Like, if I played Planet Coaster on here, would that be inherently dishonest, or is that a simulator enough? Because it's not really a simulation of anything even approaching realistic, but it is also just a lot of fun. Change.org petition to to add a woo button to Power Wash Simulator. But yeah, like I feel like already like Dwarf Fortress is stretching the definition of what counts as a simulator a little bit. Even though I love Dwarf Fortress dearly and it is technically a simulation, it's just not, what most people are talking about when they call a game a simulator, you know? So I've been agonizing a lot over what counts in my mind enough to play on the long haul. You're getting dizzy again? I'm so sorry. Is it because of the game or how do I how do I get it that support enough? Oh yeah, I have like ladders. I forgot that this whole time I've had like ladders and stuff that I'm allowed to use. I'm like, how am I supposed to get this thing clean? Oh yeah, I have tools in this game. I don't just have a pressure washer and nothing else. There we go. Let's get this roof while I'm already up here. Or maybe I'll just fall down, because the roof's a little too high to jump to. Did the guy who put all this dirt on have to do what I'm doing in reverse? I hope so. I hope that there's another video game called, like, Dirtying Simulator or something. Power Dirtying Simulator, where you just have a gun that shoots out dirt. And you ruin things so that the Power Wash Simulator guy has to show up and take care of it. I heard a concept for a Power Wash Simulator asynchronous multiplayer mode where one player has a set amount of time to get the location dirty and others clean it. That sounds very fun, but it is kind of Splatoon, yeah. Mudman Simulator. Slop Simulator. I love Slop Simulator. Look forward to Slop Simulator coming out from Cable Studios in the year 3037. I asked this earlier, but how the fuck did this playground get so nasty? I assume it's just been sitting neglected and uncleaned for years upon years. My favorite thing about this game is when you like look outside of the bounds of the level, though. All of the stuff out there is like spotless. So they've been like having someone come through and like go over all the benches and stuff with a fine-toothed comb, but then just never had anyone come into here to clean the actual playground. Let me finish this roof instead of looking at a new thing. Where's the rest of the dirt? Why can't I put my ladder back? What am I missing? Oh, this whole front. Silly me. For some reason, I thought I had come around and gotten that front part. That was very satisfying to have all those bits done and ready to go already, so that when I went over it, it just like instantly gave me the completion on them. I wonder if that bell is a stock sound effect, because I feel like I've heard it before. It's a very satisfying little bell noise. Sorry, I was drinking a little bit more of my coffee. Or, excuse me, I was eating a little bit more of my coffee. Is Wax and Shine next? I kinda wish that this game did have a mode where you could wax and shine things, honestly. It is simply very satisfying to make things go from one color and texture to another color and texture. Also, this game does have soap in it, but I'm pretty sure the soap is just like ridiculously ineffective and not worth the in-game money it takes to buy bottles of soap. Ooh. I think when I get to $950, I can buy a medium-duty power washer. And I'm curious to try that out. I think that would be nice to try out before we finish up here. If I can get up to that much before my secondary timer runs out, I guess. Did I get the rest of the outside of this bit? I did. Let's get this ground. Oh, I'm missing a little on the table there. Probably, yeah, underside. I forgot to mute my mic for that throat clearing. Now you all know I have a throat. How will I ever survive the humiliation of people knowing that I have a throat? Oh no, I was muted. um, well, I don't know when I muted myself. I'm sorry. I bought this medium duty gun, or power washer gun thing. The game finally came around to explaining its joke. Yeah. I'm so sorry that I was muted. What I was saying is, to people who have played this game before, if I close out of a job when I'm halfway through, does it save my progress? Because I would be very sad. Very, very sad if it didn't save my progress. Oh, it's okay, Spryly. You don't have to say, oh no, it wouldn't be a long haul stream if my audio didn't fuck up somehow at least once. Like the first long haul stream, the my audio suppression crashed, so I just was talking and had no way to know that the audio wasn't going through until someone told me. So like, audio problems are in this show's DNA. In the last episode, I accidentally turned my microphone up so loud that it destroyed everyone's ears. Also, in this very episode, I had to balance the volume on the fly so that I could actually be heard over the power washing. Honestly, this is kind of a bad park. It doesn't have a swing set. So much of this structure is made of wood, first of all. That's gonna splinter. That's gonna hurt kids. Get big splinters in their fingers and toes and stuff. I know this because it's happened to me on that kind of playground equipment when I was a kid. So much of it's made of wood, and it's gonna get all splintery and bad. Second of all, no swing set. Third of all, there are two slides, but they're the same size. Like, what's up with that? Like, you should have two slides, but one slide is usually bigger than the other. These ones are exactly the same. There's dirt hiding over here. Yeah. Who needs ladders? I'll just do sick jumps. Like these monkey bars, the monkey bars are metal, but the structure holding the bars in is made of wood. What? Like, those beams can just collapse. That's not cool. You don't want a monkey bar beam to just collapse. That won't happen with a metal beam. I'm doing propaganda for metal workers right now. Like, oh, you build structures out of wood? Oh, those are bad for all of these reasons. Use metal, idiot. And then I do like a sick kickflip. And then a thing pops up at the bottom of the screen that says, "This ad brought to you by the Metal Workers Union." You know, if there's any metalworking unions out there who would like to sponsor an episode of The Long Haul, hit me up. I'll sell out. I'll especially sell out for a union. I love unions. I mean, of course I love unions. I'm part of an artists' co-op. That's what Cable 2 is. So naturally, I would love unions. Yeah, I'll shill for a metalworking union. Use wood? I wouldn't. Metal's metal. Exactly. You get me. Yeah, no, I'd shill for a metalworkers union any day of the week, honestly. So, like, if they want to hit me up, send me an email. Um, I'm gonna check how much it costs to get an extendy arm thing for this. It's $125. That's unfortunate. I guess I'm gonna go back to the other one for a bit because I have the extension arm for this one and I need to be able to reach further. $69, baby. Nice, 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 nice. Nice, 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 nice. 69, 69. The funny number. I don't know what I'm going for anymore. I feel like what I was going for there, whether I intended to or not, was a morning radio DJ with like a soundboard that has too many wacky sound effects on it. You know the type. If you've heard a radio show like that, you know exactly what I mean. Like a call-in show that also has a bunch of funny sound effect buttons that the host presses to make fun of the people calling him. But people keep calling anyway because they want to be on the radio. One of those. Oh goodness, I'm over 2.5 hours now. I really shouldn't finish this. I'm going so far over my allotted time. But, I don't think anyone's yelling at me. And you know, as long as no one's yelling at me in the Cable 2 chat, I'm fine, right? Like I said, it's so late at night that it's fine. No one else streams at this time. I'm gonna quickly just refresh the donation drive thing, just see if anything came through. Nope. Okay. Just double checking. Yeah, this is the longest haul to date, honestly. There's probably some kind of way to set up OBS to auto-refresh that every so often. I don't really know how OBS works. I just press the start streaming button, that's all I need to know. I should do like a long haul marathon sometime where I do like 5 or 6 hours of Truck Simulator or Snow Runner or one of those games where you actually haul things. And we'll call it the longest haul, and it'll be very fun. If I do something like that, it would have to actually start during the daytime, unlike, most of my streams. There we are. This game is so much more relaxing than it has any right to be. Like, usually things that involve a lot of cleaning up stress me out. Okay. What else do we got here? Got this support strut. There we are. Got soap. I do have soap. I found the soap kind of ineffective, honestly, when I used it before. It just doesn't seem to have enough of an effect to make it seem worth the expense to me. Like, I'm like 99% sure that there's just something that I'm missing. See, in the biz, we call this bunny hop cleaning, and it's what we do when we don't want to go and get the step ladder. We just bunny hop. It's sort of a pro move. They don't really teach you stuff like this in your first day of power washing school. Squirrel hop. You're so right. Squirrel hop. Thank you for steering me right when I was led astray, cutie. %. We're getting so close to done. I really am just going to go until this job is done at this point. I'm having too much fun. The haul shall be completed. Woo yeah, woo yeah, woo yeah. I'm glad y'all are feeling enthusiastic about a little bit of funny cleaning. A little bit of funny cleanup from your favorite funny plushie. Okay, I might not be your favorite funny plushie, but I'm probably on the top 10 list, right? I gotta be at least in the top 10. You fell asleep on the long haul drive. Definitely in the top 3. I'll take it. Oh, wait. I needed to get the monkey bars. Alright, we'll get the rest of the ground here. Then we'll go get that other roof, and then I think we're done. I think that other roof is the last thing. Oh, I have $151. I'm gonna go, buy that... Wait, which one am I using right now? There we go. The Urban XU2. Okay, I'm gonna buy the extension for the Urban XU2. Want the short extension, and then I can go ahead and switch back to that. There we go. Isn't that better? Cora fell asleep on the long haul drive. That's totally fine. As long as you're not the driver, you can sleep in the car all you want. The long haul truck is nice. It's got a sleeper. There's a whole bed in there to sleep on and a secondary loft bed, so plenty of room to nap on the long haul. And it's got that sweet Cable 2 paint job. Actually, funny story about the Cable 2 paint job. I recently had someone try to approach me about doing commission work to make paint jobs for American Truck Simulator for like 15 people. And on the one hand, that sounds fantastic. I'd love to do that. That sounds like a lot of fun, and I would make some money from it. On the other hand, they had pre-made images, but then they wanted me to take those pre-made images and draw stuff from them. Like, I kept explaining over and over, like, no, I can't draw these things for you. I can't draw, like, a scene to put on your truck. You would need to get another artist to do that scene, and then I can build the modification to put it on the truck. But I also need to know what truck you want. And after a certain point, they just kind of stopped answering me because I kept asking for more clarifying questions and kept trying to tell them that I couldn't do what they were asking of me. So, oh well. So that fell through, but because of the Cable 2 truck skin, I almost ended up doing a bunch of truck skins from some Halo clan. That sounds frustrating. Yeah, it was a bit frustrating. It's just one of those things where, like, the scope of work that they initially described, I was reasonable. And I said, hey, What you're describing to me sounds very doable, but I want to make sure that you know before we start talking seriously about this how much I'm actually able to do here. I can make the mod, I can put images that you already have onto trucks. I'm not going to be doing any drawing or anything like that. And then what they wanted me to do was a bunch of drawing, extrapolating from images that they did already have, but then also taking the images that they already had and making them transparent, which I found weird because, like, making images transparent is actually kind of hard, you know? Like, it's meticulous work a lot of the time, especially when they have like fade-ins on the background and stuff. And I was finally like, "Oh, I can do that, but I'm going to charge you a lot for it, but also half of the things that you're continuing to ask me for are things that I already told you I cannot do." So, it didn't end up working out, which is a shame. I mean, I don't necessarily like begrudge them not knowing how image editing works and how modding video games works and like what the parameters that I would need are. Like, I 100% need to know what truck you plan to put this on because every truck has its own texture. And if the wrong texture gets put on the truck, it's going to look like garbage. And then you're going to get mad at me. And I'm not going to let that happen. So you need to tell me the truck that you want this skin to go on. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point. Transparent fades, yeah. Honestly, they were cool little images. Like, they were, I guess their whole Halo clan thing has like a couple hundred people in it, and every single one of them they have someone make a like a custom Spartan image for, or not a Spartan, like the ones from the game where you don't play as a Spartan, I think. But yeah, like they make their own custom like Halo character thing with their gamer tag and stuff, which I think is pretty cool and cute. Like, that's fun. But then like I'm sitting here like, why can't you get me the transparent version of the image if someone in your chat makes the images? They probably have the transparent version available, right? Anyway, I should stop rambling about this. I just think it's funny how the long haul truck led to them going like, "You are the only person on the internet I can find who I can actually get in touch with who knows how to make a skin mod for American Truck Simulator." And I'm just sitting here like, dude, I figured out how to do this on my own in like 2 hours. I'd be happy to charge you for it, but like, it's not that hard as long as you can do basic image editing. And there's tons of resources online for it and everything. %. We're so close. We're so close, gamers. Time to take out the 1%. I probably have more on that outside edge. I'm gonna grab the ladder. Where'd I put it? Yeah, okay. That's where the rest of it is. The rest of the gunk and grime. I need to take the barrel extension off because I'm so close up now. I like how last time I streamed this game I was talking about like, oh, I don't understand why you would just use the 15 degree and nothing else. But I kind of get it now. It's kind of the most fun way to play. Oh, that's not all of it? Oh, missed that strut. Apparently missed this strut. Come on. We are so, so, so close. Somehow I just missed this outside area entirely. Yeah, there we go. I think I was going to go do this outside area, and then I ended up ducking underneath here and doing that part. I think that's what happened there. What else do I have? I don't see any highlights coming up over here. Climbing pole guards. Oh wait, that is clean. Okay. So is that... Huh. Oh, I missed a vertical strut here too. There we go. Okay, so climbing pole guard. Oh, that's the piece of wood here. Oh, I see. I see. I see. Whoops. Whoops. What else? What else is there? Oh, I saw some light up. I guess I didn't get the roundabout thingy all the way. What else is there? What else have I missed? Tower tabletop shelter. Ah. See, this is the hardest part of this game, is just finding the sneaky things that you missed. Okay, tower floor underside. I thought I cleaned that up. I guess there's still a lot of dirt between the cracks. Okay, there's the tower floor underside. Tower trim. Where? Oop, there's one. Okay, that's the vertical struts. What is the trim? That's the roof. That's the support struts. Those are vertical struts. What is the trim on the tower? Squirrel hopping. Tower trim. Like, my guess would be... Huh. My guess for the trim would be, like, around the edges of the roof, but I don't see any dirt on the edges of the roof, and when I point at that stuff, none of it says trim. Unless it means the trim, like, around the bottom? Oh, yeah, there we go. That's what it is. So it's somewhere along the bottom of here. Not any of those. Not that one. Huh. It's one of these little bottom bits. Oh, I think that's it. Show me where the dirt is. Oh, come on. Come on. How was I ever gonna see that? Come on. No one would have noticed if that part of the job hadn't been done. It's just the tiniest little bit of dirt between two wood slats. Well, all right. This was a particularly long haul stream. This is actually 3 hours instead of 2. But I had fun. I hope y'all had fun. A long, well hauled. Yeah. Thanks to everybody for a long, well hauled. I don't know how else this would have gotten so slimy. The Mudman has been defeated. Yeah, you're so right. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna head out for the night. Don't forget that I have assigned long haul extra credit, which, if I recall correctly, was feel free to draw a picture of me eating spaghetti, and it says funny pasta. So, all right. I'm just gonna go now. I'm not even gonna like play music out or anything. Have a good night, everyone. This has been a lot of fun. I hope you have wonderful nights. Goodbye.